inspirational. I have to edit this out, but that was a very serious, inspirational moment. Okay. We have
Miss Danielle.
Miss.
Hi.
All right. So first question is, what made you want to become an educator?
Oh, what made me become an educator? Honestly, I always felt like being an educator has been my purpose. And through life, we walk and find our way around, and we're always looking for our purpose. So being an educator has been my purpose, and everything I've done has led me up to this point.
Okay. What do you like about being an educator?
Being able to influence so many students and so many men and women to create a change in our industry, to provide professionalism in an industry where a lot of people feel like we're not on time, or we're not professional, we're not anything like that. So the type of educator I am, I try to instill that professionalism into our students,
That is true.
providing them to be on time, how to do proper cuts, draping correctly. So that's what I love being about, giving to students and being an educator.
What do you not like about being an educator?
Having to be hard sometimes, because it's just it's something that I find personally hard for me. It's having to be strict or enforce policies that you know you may agree with, you may not disagree with, but you still have to enforce it. You still have to follow the rules. And we're governed by a lot of the different federal agencies. So when not following the rules, you place yourself in a compromising position. And I wouldn't want that either.
Okay. Did you come to cosmetology school yourself?
I did go to cosmetology school almost 13 years ago now, if I'm not mistaken. Well, probably 14 years ago I started and then finished at my uh, 12, 13-year mark. But yes, I did go to cosmetology school.
How has the industry changed, or really like the teaching scene from when you were a student till now?
To be honest with you, I don't see much change in the base of cosmetology school. What we learn when it comes to anatomy and chemistry and electricity and color is what we learn now. There's just so many more methods to get to the results that we're looking for. So, in let's say, for example, when I was starting, our technique called painting or balayaging or ombreing was not really in or a thing. And now it's actually evolved to something that's extremely popular and a great way to create some highlights and lowlights without having to do your traditional foiling process.
So, if you ran your own school, what are some? I asked some students these questions too. So, what are some practices that you would put in? And I know personally, I said I would give the students uniforms, and another student was like she would have actual days to where we do certain things. Like maybe just one day we take clients, and then like on Tuesday, we do silk presses. We get a class on that. Then on Wednesday, we do rollers. But that's all we focus on that one day. So, what is something that you would do?
Something, actually, I'd probably instill many different things for a school that I would run. Uniforms would definitely be one of them. I feel like as hairstylists, we need to train ourselves to understand that our clients are first. So we need to be in the background. So wearing that black also helps in color theory. So I would implement uniforms. Another thing that I would implement is I actually do like your classes. What they're called is specialty classes. They're not offered in cosmetology school, but when you go out into the industry, they actually are offered. And I think I would want to implement that a little bit more, specialty classes, where we pick a day and we specialize in that, whether we do it for 4 hours and then move on to the next thing or whatever that might be. Also, I've also always imagined having a separate business but right next to the school that's a salon as well, and I would like to implement where the girls graduate from cosmetology school, get their license, and they get real world experience in the salon that is also affiliated with the school but not technically the school itself. So what that would give the girls the opportunity to do is anywhere from 6 months to a year, they could sign a contract and we pay them hourly instead of them having to jump out of school and go straight into a 60-40 split where 60% is going to the salon and 40% is going to the brand new stylist that has not built their book nor their technique up to par. So there's probably a whole list of things that would be at a Danielle school. But those are just some of the basic things, going from like the small things, the uniform, specialty classes, teaching the girls real world experience, putting them in a salon industry after they pass their license, not just free bird, you're out there. Now you've got to find some place to be and find some place to fit in. So for me, that's what I would like if I own my own school.
Okay. So how does the misconception that when you do come to cosmetology school, we're supposed to learn everything here? How does that affect your job? Because I asked Mr. M and Mr. C the same question, and they're like, people coming here like, well, just answer the question.
Okay, so for instance, I've always looked at school as a base. There's always there's a structure to a house. So at the bottom of the house, you have that cement, you have that everything, that stability. And if you have the right stability, then the rest of the house is going to get built up correctly. I look at cosmetology school the same way. We provide you with the basics. We provide you with the basics of understanding chemistry, understanding anatomy, of understanding color theory. And then you're supposed to build up on top of that. So, how that makes my job difficult is that a lot of students come in and they want to learn painting and balayage and this and that, but that has nothing to do with the basics. If you don't understand color theory, how are you going to understand the decolorization of what clay lightener does, or up to seven lightener does, or what flash lift lightener does? If you don't learn those bases, why are we painting?
Okay, two more questions and we're done.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question is, a student said that they feel like the environment should encourage us or inspire us more to get outside education. Personally, I don't agree with that. I feel like that should be the individual's thing. I don't think that that's the school's responsibility. What do you think?
I actually do believe that it is not the school's responsibility. As I said, school is a base. I'm not putting the hinges on the door, because the hinges on the door is one of the last steps of building a house. Maybe a step in the middle, putting the windows inside of the frames of the window frames, that might be a step that we may want to interject into cosmetology school. But learning how to fine tune your technique is something that you learn outside of school. That's not the base of the house. So you want that concrete before you start putting your wood planks and your drywall and your this and that. Cosmetology is the same thing. With almost any industry, it's the same thing. You learn your base, and then you go in and you get your real world practice, and that's what you want to do.
Okay. Now, since you assigned us our homework, can you explain it before I record it tomorrow?
I assigned a homework where they received a four quad doll. The four quad doll has four different pigments in it. One is blonde, one is brown and gray, one is like a level 8 neutral. I know a lot of people won't know what that means, but that means more like a goldy blonde, and the other one is closer to black. And they will have to bring the totality of all four quads to one level. I assign level 10, level 8, and level 5. And then they can pick what tone they want, whether it's neutral, whether it's ash, whether it's brown, whether it's beige. So I did give the students the freedom to do that. What I'm looking for is the entire process, how you did your test strand, what the total look is going to look like in your test strand period. Did you understand the decolorization, or adding pigments, like say to the blonde, if you needed to go to a level
A two, a
5?
two. Yeah. That's me. I'm number 2, so I want
Yeah.
to know.
So let's say, for example, you're a blonde and you need to go to a level 5. You can't just lay a level 5 on that blonde. You need to fill it first and then put your 5 on there, because if you don't fill it, it's going to come out muddy and it's going to wash out. So you need to follow all the steps. So I'm looking for all that thing within the next 8 weeks. I'm not just looking for the tonality of, that's the bigger part of the grade, but I want to see what questions you come up with. I want to see how your test strands go. That's why with each step, the students have been coming to me and seeing exactly what the next step is.
Okay, any advice or parting words?
Advice or parting words If this is something you love, never let anything, not time, family, money, stop you from doing what you love. If you're really invested, then you show up ready, you show up prepared, and you show up on time. If you do those things and you're putting your best foot forward and you have, well, I don't want to say that. And you have a good cosmetology school, they will invest that same amount of they'll invest that same amount of investment that you put in. So you guys can meet in the middle.
Okay, so that was Miss D. Thank you for your time.
Bye.
We have
Brittany.
Brittany. All right, Brittany. So, first question is, what made you want to come to cosmetology school?
Well, when I was younger, I always did like hair on my sisters and stuff. Like my mom did not know how to do nothing for hair, like braid, curls, nothing. So like anytime like my sisters wanted braids or curls, like I would do them. So and I enjoyed it. So I was like, let me go to cosmetology school.
Okay. So, what do you like about cosmetology school?
I like learning all the new stuff. I've met amazing people here. I've like made a lot of friends. It helps my social skills a lot. And I like learning new stuff about hair
What don't you like about cosmetology school?
because it is like a lot of students. I feel like the school doesn't always have like the stuff we need. I don't like that we have to take walk-ins all the time. Like you never have a consultation and an appointment. It's always a walk-in. Which like I wish I could do consultations with people so I can set up an expectation and actually understand their hair history and stuff. But it's like you can't really do that with walk-ins as much. You can still do a consultation, but it's not going to be in depth, and you can't be really prepared for the appointment as much.
You know, I never even really thought about that because we're supposed to have consultations, and I kind of just, they walk in and I wing it. So,
Right.
if you had your own school, what would you implement?
Um, no walk-ins. You'd have to come for a consultation date, and then you would schedule your appointment with that student. And if that student, the thing with that is you can prepare for the color. So if it's a certain color that we don't have that day, guess what? That's fine because you're not getting your hair done that day. But when you do get your hair done, we will make sure that that product is there to get your hair done.
Okay. So, any advice?
Come on time. Speaking from someone that's super behind, I'm behind like 140 hours. Come every day. No matter what you do, come every day. If you miss a day, make it up as you go. Don't let that let those days like build up because it's hard to make up hours, especially when you still have to come those consecutive days. You can't like if you come the same amount of days, it's not making up hours. You're just getting the hours you're supposed to have.
Right. So, how long have you been in school?
Since May of 2022, so about a year and a month.
Okay, so you have like 5 months left.
Yeah.
So, what are you excited about graduation? Like, what are your plans after cosmetology school?
To get paid. To get paid for all the stuff that I've been doing for like months. I'm excited to get paid. I'm excited to learn new stuff. I plan on taking a bunch of classes. Whenever I do graduate, I'll probably take a little bit break from school, but I want to take like extension classes. I want to take in-depth classes for highlights and balayage because those are super big in the industry. And like a bunch of classes.
Okay. So, what was your conception of school when you first got here, and how has it changed since you've been here?
Honestly, I heard online that cosmetology school is like super toxic. The girls are super mean. Like that was like my full expectations, and I was super scared to come to cosmetology school because of that and like social media. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy. Cosmetology school is it will take a toll on you. You just gotta like make sure you're putting time aside for yourself. But honestly, the girls are not mean at all. I haven't ran into anyone that's like been a bully to me or nothing. Like everyone's super nice, super helpful, and that's like the complete opposite of what I saw on like social media.
Yeah, because that's what I expected too, and that's why when I first came here, I keep my headphones in. Even still now, I do talk to you and like other people, but I still kind of just keep my headphones in because I just don't want to run into that problem, and then it ruins my experience.
Right.
So, any parting words, any advice?
Other than come to school on time, I would suggest Like, you study your books that you do get, which I haven't done. I need to take my own advice and actually look over the books they give you, because they do not have time, I guess, to like actually go in depth on certain stuff. So if you don't look in the books, and when that state board comes up, you're not gonna you're not gonna pass, probably because you haven't learned like the nitty gritty details of what you should know. So make sure you're studying in your free time, and just keep up on like nail diseases and stuff like that.
Okay, because onychoptosis, I still can't tell you what that means.
Onychoptosis.
All right, so this was Brittany. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what made you want to come to cosmetology school?
Well, I wanted to come to cosmetology school because, like, when I was younger, I used to do with a lot of makeup and like hair, and I was just like, might as well, right? I went to traditional college at first, realized it wasn't for me, and then I came and went to cosmetology school, and I was just like, I guess I love it or whatever. Just a little bit, just a little bit.
So, oh, my
But, oh
bad.
no, go ahead.
What do you not like about cosmetology school?
Miscommunications probably is the biggest part. New
Could
things
you
get added every day that
could you go into more detail about miscommunications?
um with like the teachers and the students, making sure that we're all on the same page. I feel like sometimes we get a little caught up in what they feel like is right and what should be actually done, per se. So maybe getting better about that communication on both parts, so that way we're all on one accord.
Okay. So, if you ran your own cosmetology school, what are some practices and things that you would put in place?
I would probably, because our school teaches us the traditional way of cosmetology, like the more old fashioned looks, stacked bobs, all that. But we don't do like extension hair, like braids, extension braids, stitch braids, feed ins, knotless. I'd probably incorporate that into my school a lot more. African American styles that I grew up on: weaves, sew-ins, glue-ins, bond-ins, all of that. I'll probably incorporate that into my school, so that way everybody can have a little taste of different cultures and how hair has expanded and grown within the industry.
Okay. What was your conception of school when you first came, and how has it changed since you actually been here?
I felt like it was a fresh start to learn new things, and then now you can still learn new things, but you have to do that on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And another conception is that everybody was going to be here when you graduated. Like, we started off with at least 15 people in our class, but now we're probably down to about like 5, maybe 6.
My class is down to 2, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, and you just got to get used to that. Not everybody's going to make it with you.
Yeah.
It's just those select few that come along the way with you
Mm-hmm.
for this journey.
So, any advice?
Stay focused. Don't get distracted. Make sure this is what you really want. And if you have that passion, then go for it. That's it.
That was real inspirational. I have to edit this out, but that was a very serious, inspirational moment. Okay. I don't even think I have any more questions. Is there anything that you want to say, like that's no questions involved, nothing impromptu, just any words?
I guess I'll go along with what I said before. Like, make sure you do what you want to do, have your passion for it. Don't let nobody tell you anything different about what you're doing. Like, the only opinion that matters is you. The only competition is you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing, because everybody else is going to have their niche. But just as long as you keep up with what you're doing, keep focusing on your passion, keep on focusing and harnessing your skills, then you should be fine.
All right.
Your thing is going to grow regardless.
Right. Thank you. That has been Alpha Niece. You still got to do your part today. But life has been busy like a bumblebee. Anyways, so yesterday was actually pretty eventful. I came Friday and I did some makeup hours, but we had a potluck. There was no clients the whole day. We played Uno. We ate. The food was real, real good. And it's another potluck today. I had crashed the full-time potluck, and now I'm going to the part-time potluck. I had a client at 11 a.m. The music got a little bit too loud, so I had to switch over to voiceover. But I am showing you an update on my nails. If the camera will focus, but I was really, really proud of those. And hold on. And I was really proud of my progress, so I'm going to insert some clips and we're just going to go over like every single bit of those nails. So this was my very, very first nail set, and this is me now, officially 6 months later. And don't mind those really, really nice nails. Those aren't my work. I try to give inspiration nails when I don't have time to do a set. But these are them. And I'm really, really proud. I mean, progress is progress, and I'm definitely getting better. So, and that was only like my 6th set. So I tried to do like the little bikini bottom flowers. And that was me after shaping. Yeah. And I think I don't know. That was another shaping video. That was just the application. Just showing you every single nail from every angle, I guess. And that was the end work. And these nails that we're about to click on. So now we finna zoom in. Look at that. My cuticles was 8 up, y'all. 8 up. 8 up. And that design was just horrible. But I did try to do that with my left hand. Not too much. And then these ones, not really any better. But, this is the first set I did on somebody else's hand. I did my cousin nails one time. We was there for 3 hours and she ain't sat down again yet. She don't trust the process. And it was hair in the other nail. And if her pinky not done, it's because it was broke and I didn't want to work over it. These, I was so depressed and sad at these nails. They was chunky, they was big. I tried to do like some encapsulation. It was not it. It's giving cartoon nails, and that's not what I was trying to give. It's not what I was trying to give. But that little design was wrong. Can't tell me that it wasn't. Don't really care. It was on point. But yeah, it was just a hot mess. But I still posted it anyways because I'm like, this is progress. And these nails, I had ran out of monomer, so I never really got the chance to do it. But look at that shaping. And I'm noticing that when I do my shaping, before I put my acrylic on, I'm so focused on that shape, I can't like pivot. But I'm learning to pivot now. And these nails with some shorties I tried to do. No, it was just clear acrylic and base coat. I feel like my thumb was really, really wide, but I still wanted to. I want to attempt every length nail. Me personally, I'm a medium. Like, I watch videos for a long time, but then I just jump into it. And teachers are to my classmates or my aunt and like that. And they give me pointers and stuff, and I put them in place. That's my timer. But I'm just organizing everything. I'm going to set y'all up. Can you see that? Oh my gosh, you cannot. So this has the best lighting in the whole school, so I'm going to record it every single day. If you ever want to actually see what I'm doing while it's on time lapse, YouTube gives you the option to slow the video down. So I think it's on the bottom right corner. You click on the speed and you can make it slower if you want to see more in detail how I'm organizing it. So I know that's an option. So that's why I just don't leave it slow, because I know I'm moving like really, really fast because it is on time lapse. But that's just if you want to. Okay, so we now have an organized bag. I put all my hot tools in this. This is my head for homework, which I'm going to work on diligently as soon as we get back from break, because we have a whole week of break after this. And I think we have 7 more weeks after that to complete this homework. But mind you, we have clients in between. We only come to school 4 days out the week. And all of the other stuff. So I put my spray, if it'll focus, I put my mousse in the back and my ocean spray and my water bottle back there. And then right here in this bag, I have all my brushes, combs. These are not in there, but I probably should put them in there, but I'm not. And I think really that's everything that's in there. And my blow dryer can fit pretty snug right on top. And then for my client today, I might use shears, and I just put them in this clear little bag. They gave it to us, but I just repurposed it. So my shears are in here, that razor and the tweezers. And then today I'm doing a zone 1, 2, and 3, so that's just full coverage. So this is what I needed. If you watch the vlog with the, I think it was the first cosmetology vlog. Oh, I forgot to post my video yesterday. But the first cosmetology vlog, yeah. So this is what I was supposed to use, but I didn't have it, but I found it. And then these are just wet hair clips. This is what you clip the hair with when it's wet. These are dry hair clips. And usually I just use them as needed. I don't really care if the hair is dry, wet, or whatever. If I need a clip, I'm using it. These are my keys, so that's it. Okay, so my favorite client came in to see me today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wash this stuff. So then when I finish washing, I can go eat. All right, so I have 20 minutes of me time. By me time, I mean I can go eat. I can go partake in the potluck or whatever. But I came to the car to get my classmate the back end of her dryer piece because they will give me hers because they crazy. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Sorry, I'm covering up the camera, bro. Yeah, but that's what's going on. I just want to give y'all a pop. I'm literally so proud of these nails. It don't make no sense. I'm going to keep showing y'all this one hand that's done. Because I did it. Hope nobody outside. But anyways, talk to y'all later.